Alrighty. So, it's been about a week since I've recorded anything, and I just finished editing the video for Monday, and it's now in the process of being rendered. And I've been thinking over the week the things that I need to do, trying to give priority to each of the tasks. It should have been obvious to me right off the bat, and I'm sure you're probably screaming at me that number one priority should be the survival kit. In order to get the survival kit, I'm going to need to build a large reactor. Not reactor, a refinery. If you will be so kind as to have pity on me, it seems I am coming down with, what is going on? Coming down with a cold, and I'm going to blame my coworkers and their wonderful children who have made them sick, and then they have passed it off onto me. I'm going to blame them. I'm not going to blame myself because, well, it just wouldn't be right. So, I'm sorry. My brain is a bit out of it right now. So my intention is, I'm going to just tear this thing all the way down. But in order to get all of these supplies into one location, that's where it's going to go. And what I want to do is trying to lay this out so that I will have everything here that I need. Is that what I wanted to say? I'm not sure if that's what I wanted to say. I am going to utilize the build and repairs because, well, you know. And I want to try and use this. Left, right. It has a port there. So you know what? I'm going to put it like that. And like that. And that way, I'll have twice as many build and repairs as I have on that thing. Okay, what direction am I going? What direction am I going? There is a ship that I'm going to build via projection. It's not a ship that I created. Let me get rid of that. It's not a ship that I've created, but it's a ship that I really like, and I will be heavily modifying in order to make it work for me and be more quote unquote mine. Yeah, I'm walking around this. We've got the reactor there. Let me go up here and get this stuff. I think the main thing I need to do right now... Oh, there's a lot of main things I need to do. Move this backup power supply here. Here's where I put it now. Go ahead and weld this up. And then I'm going to shut that off. Dump that in there. Boop, ba, doop, ba, doop, ba, doo. Alright, I don't need the armor conveyors. I want these conveyors. That's an idea. That. And that. Left, right, front, rear. Oh yeah, there we go. What I will do is I'll put them on the back side here. That will kind of spread them out a little bit. Is there anything really I need to do other than that? If I set this up with a oh boy, as I'll put the refinery back here. Let me get those. Let me put these things in place. The refinery modules. Alright, so you know what? Let me pull up the conveyor blocks too. Now I've installed a very cool mod. See now, is there? I wonder if that will show up in the. Yes. AQD connectors. So very nice. You know, those connectors that we should really have in the game that were never added. Yeah, V-Core Tribute. That's okay. We've got it taken care of now. Let me see. Sure, why not? I don't want speed, power efficiency. That's what I want. There we go. And then I will throw in. Ooh. Instead of using this, all right, I'll live with it. That'll work. And we'll go with some more power efficiency modules. We don't know how much we're going to be utilizing. Like I said, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. There we go. And so, is my understanding that let's see, will I have enough stuff to build these? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to remove that from the build pattern because I already have one. Turn this on. And let's turn those on. And I don't know what it's doing. I think it's repairing everything as much as they can. This is what I wanted to do. That's what it's doing, is it's welding up all that stuff as much as it can. When really, we can just go ahead and start taking some of this stuff off. I apologize for not being too talkative during this building session, but I am doing my best right now to keep focused on the job at hand. And at the same time trying to trying to make progress. So, and now what I want to do is I want to do that. Okay, and so now you where are you? 1, 2, 3. Why are you not drawing in? Alright, so what are you doing? I need this. Oh, it's getting ready. So after a nice crash of the computer, I am back, and there's not really much left of this. Oh, hey, let's not have another crash, please. And that should be it. Alright, so I will need to get more resources, but before I do that, it's time for me to reveal what my my ultimate goal is going to be. Now let me do this. I don't want these to be built. I don't want them to be built. Let me go over here, grab some stuff. Okay, so I am in a horrible tailspin right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and show this, and I think I'm gonna call the video for right now. So you've seen that I've made this wonderful structure, and I found out that that altitude right there, unfortunately, is not optimal for the maximum amount of power to come off those turbines, although it says that they are at optimal. There's only 12 kilowatts instead of 400 kilowatts coming off of each of those, so I need the reactor. Everything is pretty well done. I have the projector mounted on a piston so I can raise and lower, and I've started laying out part of the modifications that I'm going to be doing to the blueprint that I'm going to show you. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head, other than it's Condor 56A is the vessel. It's part of the IMDC kind of fleet. I saw this. Let me raise this up here. I saw this and I said, that's what I want to do. Now, what you're not seeing is that it is vector thrust. If you take a look there, you'll see a rotor there, and there's a rotor up front, and there's a rotor on each in the same locations on the other side. So it's a vector thrust ship, which means significantly less amount of thrusters needed for forward, reverse, up, and down. There's things about this that I'm going to change. If you see here the way the blueprint stops, that's one of them. And the way I will resolve that is I will actually push the projection forward as I build it. These cargo containers are not going to be a part of the build because I need to have that unique, well, not unique, but that gangway that I made in order to lock up to the traveler and be able to go in and out of the ship without having to go into space. I don't have that 100% worked out, other than that's where it's going to be. And there will be a passageway that will lead into the main structure. I'm going to be using the retractable landing gear, so these vanilla landing gear are going to go away. because I'm going to be extending this forward section a little bit, the position of this nacelle is going to move to 2 blocks forward. And then there's the whole host of interior. You see that it has a jump drive. Well, my version will not have a jump drive. The jump drive system will be solely on the Traveler. And the Traveler will get some upgrades as well as we go along this season. It has a combination of all 3 types of thrusters. And I'm just going to assume that because I am going to duplicate the forward thruster nacelle on all 4 locations, that it's going to be easily able to maneuver in an atmosphere gravity like this planet, or even maybe the alien world, maybe a little bit more gravity. Time will only tell. Up front you can see it has 4 missile launchers. Those are going to go bye-bye. This is not a warship. My version is going to be a exploratory ship. I haven't decided if I'm going to attempt to try and make a small, like, rover hangar. It won't be anything that would be able to fit that kind of rover, but it will be a smaller rover that I could use initially when I would land on a surface to go gallivanting around without having to utilize jetpacks or worry about running out of energy. So this is the project, and there are some changes that will be made, and it's all for the fact of making it more unique to me, as well as making it compatible with my ship, my main ship up there. Let's see here. If I was to push that forward another 3 blocks, looks like. No, 2 blocks. No, 3 blocks. Let's see here. do. So let's see. I believe if I go 1, 2, 3. No. Alright, so I bring it back towards me. And this would be where... I did go the wrong way. Oh, man. I am seriously out of it. And believe me, I'm not horribly sick, but my joints are aching now that they weren't aching earlier. I'm very tired. My voice, I haven't been coughing near as much as I was, so that's a good thing. And I've been taking some measures to resolve that. And so that's kind of the way the front is going to be. This front area here is going to be a little more streamlined. I think if I remember, I was tinkering with it in creative. I think that I actually pushed back some more. I'm not going to take a blueprint of the one in creative. I want to, this one will be uniquely in here. If any changes different from what I have in creative are made, then that's the way they stay. Yeah. If I'm excuse me, if I can muster up to okay. If I can muster up the energy to continue on, I will record as I go along and maybe throw in more time-lapse stuff. This is going to take more than just 1 or 2 episodes to build. because I'm going to have to go and get supply or ores. I may have to build a small flying vessel to intercept something that might be flying overhead. And, to acquire some things like ion thrusters if they have it. Or platinum. But that's the plan. So, yeah. I'll try and catch you later.